Batman could have lost everything. In a new issue of Rose Finest written by Mark Waid, Batman and Superman based. Keep in mind this takes place in the early years of Batman and Superman's superhero careers, and their first team up. They want to know who each other is. Batman literally just exposes everything that's been hidden for Superman. He mentions that Superman probably has a pay job. He talked with them accent, and whenever he's not in American work hours, he's probably doing Elseworld stuff. And he basically knows who Superman is without even saying that he knows who he is. And then Bruce wants to be for sure, so he personally invites Clark Kent into the Wayne Manor. Now, the thing is what made me really want to make this video is because everything could have gone completely wrong when Bruce chose to personally invite Clark Kent to the Wayne Manor. Now, it takes Bruce a little bit longer to open up the door because he's setting up this trap. But he's 100% sure that this is Clark. But if he was wrong in the slightest, this guy would have lost everything. Like it's like writing Batman is so awesome, but it could be so wrong if this is any other character. So whenever Bruce invites Clark into this house, he sets a little trap. He asks Clark if he has nose filter, and Clark's like, "Why do I need nose filter?" And Bruce tells him, "So I can breathe. I filled the room with odorless knockout gas a half an hour ago." Could you imagine if he was wrong? Everything, he could have lost everything by taking a guess, a gamble. The news outlet, Vicky Vale, would be knocking out the front door. What else are you hiding from us, Mr. Wayne? How else did your parents get all this money? Do you usually kidnap people and knock them out with gas? So in order to trick Clark Kent into identifying him, he basically pulls out a nose filter and uses orderless. I can't believe this. Like he could have lost everything, but because he's Batman, he's so perfect. Mark Waid literally written this super well that we can't that you can't even get mad. But I'm just thinking, about like, what if this all went wrong? What if? And that's what's so cool about comic books. You can think about what if something. And Mark Waid is just such a freaking amazing writer that he can tell stories like this. And I'm not like, if this was anybody else, this would have went completely wrong. But Batman trusting himself, knowing his instincts, he's getting Batman right in like one issue. And if this is the only Batman content I could have received within a year, I would have been so satisfied with this because it just it just proves how perfect Batman is and how he can't make mistakes. The dude could have lost his whole estate. He could have lost Wayne Manor. He could have been in prison. I could have like it's the biggest risk ever, but it's the biggest Batman thing that I have ever seen in the reveal. At first, I was like, "Wait, why?" I was expecting more because this was the first encounter of Batman and Superman, basically reuniting. And now since I'm like really sitting here thinking about it, this is how you perfectly write Batman. I hope James Gunn is knocking at Mark Waid's door, and he tells him, "Hey, I wanna, I want, I want to capture Batman and Superman early animation years. You write a script for the World's Finest. Give me a 3 episode on Max, and you write this beautiful baby. I would be so down for that. I don't know. I had to make a video about it. It was on my mind because if this was anybody else, the like to take a gamble like that is extraordinary. But Batman literally figured him out. He figured out his day job. He figured out his accent. He basically knew everything about him by tracking his flight pattern. But if he was off by a little second, he would have knocked out a random person. But luckily, he didn't. That's Batman for you. Taking the biggest rewards, doing everything big for absolutely no reason, man. Absolutely no reason. I wonder what kind of criminal charges he could have faced by accidentally knocking somebody out because he chose to, because he wanted to prove that he was Superman. How would you expose Superman for being Superman? Obviously, I think what Batman did was way worse than what Lois Lane did. Batman could have been a criminal, and Lois Lane just risked her life. Well, that's it. I just wanted to show how awesome Batman is, and the biggest the biggest opportunities he does to show out. World's Finest issue number 19 is available at your local comic book store. It captures Batman and Superman in their early years, teaming up together. And this is exactly how they should have started the DCEU first, but now we get a bigger and brighter DCEU. I'm so excited for the future of DC, and I had to share the story. More awesome comic news. I hope I got my message across. I don't think I did, but it's a learning experience.
Careful, I got some loved ones that depend on me. Thinking about my pops, cash and clothes and make it hard to sleep. That's why at 3 a.m. I'm counting money instead of counting sheep. And I ain't stopping till I make it, I got some promises to keep.